Hello, everyone. Sorry I'm a bit late. Cough. Back from a convention that happened. There's going to be some videos being edited during the week and soon to be released. Hopefully, to have a release by the end of the week or mid of the week. Yet, during that convention, I had time to meet with a person that I've been watching for a relatively good amount of time. Saw a collaboration that he did with a close friend called Absolute Zero, and funny enough, we are friends in common. He knows him for longer, but that's really all cool. So it's Joel the Backlog Knight, and it was really freaking fun to meet up. And I really feel bad because at first I didn't, you know how I am in conventions, all going fucking crazy, trying to get the whole recording thing, wowing out at every little product. And I noticed at that point I didn't see that he was there. And I'm like, oh man, what the hell? I feel very fucking terrible, but at the same time, my bad, my bad. So I actually got to meet him at the convention. We spoke about the oncoming project, what was going on, his challenge with alien isolation, and I told him once I saw that video of you landing on the first alien, I couldn't stop laughing. I won't spoil what happens, but first time you play this kind of game, funny shit happens, and it's always great to see people's reaction once they start playing such a terrific horror game. So I'll put a link to that to the channel, of course, and a link to that specific video. But at the same time, I wanted to sketch out his reaction when it came to that specific moment. So I might as well get down into some technical breakdown. When it came to the sketch, I took the frame after the event had happened, like a short while after the event had happened, and then attempted to push it even further. Thus, you can see an exaggeration when it comes to the eyes and the mouth, and a thing that I've slowly starting to learn when it comes to my own drawing is to add more angles, balance the curves I add with angles. Of course, all this started out from having a simple silhouette, somewhat of a simple silhouette, plus having the breakdown. So I'm trying to loosen up, and this is kind of like a morning practice or a morning loosen up session where eventually during that state you're gonna see I'm gonna stop being let's say I'm gonna stop thinking too much about the next few strokes after everything is established, and after that proper set down, I'm just starting to go ahead and form up stuff such as the hand. At this point I didn't even properly calculate the hand, I just felt it, just went with it and didn't try to be, extremely accurate. When it comes to the other hand, oh yeah, this is where I'm eating losing a couple of points. But the objective was straight up having the facial expression of just the event which happened with the alien. And this is why I kind of added the speech bubble, which I'll add digitally, as you'll see on the final image. I just wanted to keep in mind the expression, the emotion, just going holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, and just keep that in mind, So when it comes to the, quote unquote cleanup section, one Kenson paper does not go with this ebony pencil. So I keep getting distracted by this grainy feeling, yet eventually I just run with it. And then two, I started approaching this kind of method by saying, all right, well, I'm not exactly inking the drawing, I'm not exactly cleaning it up, more so that I'm reconfirming the expression and the message that I want to put in the drawing. And for me, it kind of helped me clear out a couple of things. Like you can see, I'm going with a bit more looser stroke. I don't really care about the line quality. I just want to push the expression to the max that I want. And I do try to have a bit of toning. Like it's as if I'm doing another drawing with my drawing, it not necessarily saying that I'm going to ink it and stick to the lines. Now even here I'm trying to push the mouse even further up to add this even though I shouldn't have raised the eye or the below the eye, because the mouth basically goes down and not up, but it kind of subtly passes through unless I told you. Yet, it's just trying stuff out and eventually taking notes on the side. I usually get rather obsessive with notes. And again, when it comes to that specific training video, I'll show you, not Shut Up and Train, but the other one when it comes to feedbacking yourself, you're gonna see the writings on the wall and all the kind of stuff that I kind of try to keep in check, but not try to stand by 100%. Mostly because it's a balance. You know, there's always a gray area in all of this, and just noting weaknesses and noticing how things could be changed is always a thing to look at. Like right now, I kind of notice, okay, well, if I technically did the body breakdown, I may have had a better proportion compared to the neck. Yet, admittingly, maybe my exaggeration wasn't including the neck. So I should have exaggerated the neck to have him lean backward even further so that everything would kind of look into proportion. But you know, you take some notes right now, just scratching it, and next time we'll see how it goes. Like just being loose and in there. And the main objective was mostly having like this crazy ass facial expression. You guys really need to see that video. I bursted out laughing, just going, "Come on, no, no, no!" It's great. Alien Isolation is quite a terrific game, and the collaboration that he had with Absolute Zero, jeez, F-Zero GX, with Absolute Zero's channel was quite cool, especially the back and forth that they were having as Absolute was playing Super Mario RPG. So this was kind of cool, and here you can see I'm trying to add tones, just adding tones to separate a couple of things like skin color, hair, eyebrow, beard, inside the mouth, and separating it from the shirt and the controller. Just trying to keep it simple and not trying to over expand on certain drawing things, mostly because this is like a loose warm-up session and not simply trying to make an extremely elaborate drawing. And at the same time, this really helps me get into this kind of flow of, you know, this animation flow, like thinking about action, movements, and a scene instead of having a technical drawing, which I could do when I, you know, go into painting or more illustrative work. So again, it's this back and forth between concept, trying to get the balance there, learning from what's been happening, and then going forth, you know, not ignoring what the things that I want to change from the past and the things that I have done in the past, and then, you know, see if I can learn some techniques or improve on certain techniques. Right now, I already know kind of a bit of a better breakdown, mixing it in with a couple of 3D shapes when it comes to the body. I don't necessarily need to do that for the head, depending on the situation, and then see what goes on. But again, this analysis could work for something else, or it couldn't. It's all about having this back and forth when it comes to the flow. And there you see the very, very bad hand, because the hand isn't proportionate to the head. So, but hey, took notes. We'll see what happens later on, right? Because if I kept going and just went, you know what, I'm going to keep drawing this hand over and over and over like that, well, then I wouldn't really learn, wouldn't I? And even then, I'm just trying to darken up the hair and other little details, you know, just to have a tone properly set up. Even though this paper is not really optimal for that, it's mostly optimal for like sketching. But not really for rendering, as I'm noticing. I really miss this animation paper, and I guess the next few commissions I'll leave some funds on the side, like at least 20% on the side, to buy the animation paper if the bills aren't cracking down, you know? But that was about it. That was Joel, the Backlog Knight, reacting to the bloody alien, and gonna use these notes. Thanks again for meeting Joel, meeting me back at the convention. It was really fucking tight, and more videos will be coming up at the convention or from the convention around the end of the week. Please, link in the description. Go see both Backlog Knight / Joel's channel and Absolute Zero's channel. Plus, I'm gonna put a link to that specific alien video because he was playing it on the camera, and it was bloody hilarious. So. Again, thanks again to everyone as well watching this video, leaving some comments and feedback, or just you know, using it as training as well, or you know, getting the fuel back, because I'm getting the fuel back watching others as well. And hey, keep on drawing, people. All right. No. One of the great things recording is sometimes you'll screw up, but it turns out to be something bloody hilarious. At one point, I was just trying to, you know, just start a video, and I just went, Yeah, Joel, the backlog knife. I'm like, what? How did I mess that up? Oh no. I'm gonna buy a new game. I'm gonna go buy Street Fighter 5. Ah! Ah, Joel, why'd you stab me? I know I got a backlog to take care of, man. Why'd you have to stab me? Damn you, backlog knife. I got a whole Steam backlog. Now I'm bleeding. I just want to play some Street Fighter. Oh man, it just kind of rolled with it. It's completely dumb, but I just wanted to share this shit with you guys. Joel, the backlog knife. It's completely random, but it's like, okay, well, if you've got a backlog to finish, you'd better do it. Or else, stab. Ah! I could buy any other game or take any time to finish my backlog. But what am I gonna do about my side? Why'd you gotta Why'd you gotta stab me? Oh man, I really need to to get off this cold. Get some medication. Later, guys.